What's up, nerds? Get ready for an unfiltered journey into the gaming world with Chris and Nasine and Josh on the Nerdy Ship podcast. In today's episode, we're peeling back the layers of the emotional roller coaster every gamer knows too well. And let's be real, Chris is not holding back. His frustrations, disappointments, and yeah, his panties might be in a bunch, his tits uncooled, and there is no chill in sight. From the lows to unfulfilled expectations,
This
we're
is
laying it
ridiculous.
all out about the state of Chris's games and the impact on his gaming psyche. It's a raw and unfiltered discussion about the love and at times heartbreak that comes with being a dedicated
Oh
gamer.
my god.
Tune in for a roller coaster of empathy, laughter, and maybe a few game recommendations to lift Chris's spirits. Nerds, your stories matter to us too. Share your gaming experiences and let us know how you navigate the highs and lows of your gaming world. Join us for a gaming therapy session. It's nerdy shit, unscripted and straight from the
So
heart.
fucking dramatic.
By the way, Josh and I are going to be here too.
Okay, yeah. Well,
A
fuck.
little bit.
Where do we begin? Like, should I just go off?
Just start going on.
Start.
Hold on.
Do
let me,
it.
Let me take a fucking sip here because I'm gonna need it.
I have no idea what he's going to be talking
Should I like
about,
get
by the way.
popcorn? Oh, I forgot popcorn for this. Yeah.
I'll try not to go too long. I took a bunch of notes because I had a lot to say. So if it sounds like I'm reading in some parts, I probably am because I had a lot of thoughts and had to get them all down. You guys jump in whenever you feel like you need to. All right. And
Got it.
I basically wrote a little fucking paper to myself. It's called Chris is Depressed About the State of His Games / Gaming. So I sat down to play some games last week. I was chilling at my computer. My nice fresh monitor was clean and looking real crisp. I'm sitting there and I didn't know what to play. I had a lot of choices. Diablo 4, Marvel Snap, Pale World, Halo, all kinds of options. So I'm just sitting there. Guess what I played?
What?
Just guess.
V Rising.
Yeah, you've been playing V Rising lately.
Okay, in this particular instance, I didn't play anything. Nothing sounded fun. Diablo Season 3 is incredibly meh. I feel like I'm wasting my time with it, so I don't want to play that. Pale World, I'm already bored with. It's a great fucking game. It's actually really good, but I'm bored with it. Halo, nobody to play with. None of us play Halo. Marvel Snap, I also feel like I'm wasting my time there. I'm a bit sick of the cash grab that game has become. Saying that brings me to this. I'm so sick of battle passes. I'm so fucking sick of games that want your money, but can't be bothered to give the player base the things that they fucking want.
Or need. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that, for example, like I know you guys don't care, but Neopets, the one issue that I have is you can buy premium and you get rid of ads and you get a bunch of perks. But like there's this issue that I don't understand why they don't fix. One of the perks is you get a super shop wizard that you can search the absolute lowest prices that are out there, and it lags so much and it never used to. Why wouldn't you fix that? It's a paid perk.
I know, man. It's just some people they don't make the decisions that would keep people playing their game longer. So in fact, the bad decisions are actually causing the opposite of what they want. They want you to spend more time and money on their game, but in order for us to do that, make it fucking feel worth it, dude. I'm mostly talking about Diablo 4 here, but the fucking dev team keeps getting things wrong. Season 3 is just like Season 2, only in the way that you are powered up with seasonal bullshit that will go away after the fucking season. It just feels so fucking temporary to me. I'm not interested in dumping all those hours into a season for something that's just going to be gone next season. I'm aware that Diablo is a seasonal game. I knew what I was getting into when I bought it. Just Season 3 is depressing the fuck out of me. You get this little spider robot companion. He has abilities, blah, blah, blah. Then you have all these fucking traps. Some brilliant asshole on the development team thought it was a good idea in an action RPG to fucking fill rooms and dungeons, entire rooms and dungeons with fucking traps. When the fuck ever has precise movements been a huge part of an ARPG? Never. Sure, traps are part of the game, but in season 3, like I said, entire fucking rooms, and you have to avoid the traps while mobs are coming after you. It's not so much the challenge. I like a challenge, but this isn't even a fucking challenge. It's just fucking annoying, and I can't believe somebody at Blizzard greenlit this. And one of the main mechanics of an entire fucking 3-month long season are fucking traps.
Well, I have to wonder, because I have not been keeping up with any of the Diablo stuff or watching like any videos like Asmon and stuff like that. But like, I assume that other people are disappointed with this.
It started off real bad. Like people were fucking pissed off because they just keep they take 2 steps forward and then they take 3 steps back and they just keep fucking up. It's like they never played any of the other titles in this fucking series. They don't have a fucking clue what they're doing. They're creatively fucking brain dead, in my
Are
opinion.
they paying attention to the community and what they're saying?
They do make some changes to the game. And to be fair, I have to be fair. When there's a ton of criticism, usually they make some changes. Like they'll buff some stuff, they'll nerf this, or they'll add like a quality of life thing. Like, oh, you have to switch screens. Maybe the load screen shouldn't take this long, or what the fuck ever. But it's not enough. You're still putting bad ideas and bad content into the fucking game in the first place. And that's where I get really pissed off. We have told these motherfuckers since the game fucking launched, we don't like this, we don't like that, this isn't cool, and they fucking keep adding it in anyway. And they have no idea why people get so pissed and won't fucking continue to play their fucking game.
So what would be something that what would make it better? Just getting rid of the traps?
Well, let's start where I think the most change would be is at the fucking top of the creative team. Just bottom line. I mean, I don't like for people to get fired or lose their jobs, but these motherfuckers need to be reassigned and replaced because they don't know what the fuck kind of game they're developing for. And it's just stupid. It's just
But
stupid.
I guess I'm just asking, like, how could they fix it? Like, what do you guys? Because I haven't played Diablo since
Okay. The
after. I'm just saying, like, what are the fans wanting? What would they like?
they we like to feel powerful and mow down screens of dense mob packs with
Okay, but you just want to like mob everything down, like that. To me, that doesn't seem fun. There's no challenge.
well, the challenge comes in the difficulty. Like there's only 4 difficulties in Diablo 4. And in Diablo 3 there was what, 20? I mean, it's just short in so many areas. Season 2 was so much fucking fun. I maxed out season 2. I only got bored a couple of times because it's a 3-month long season. Season 3, I hit level 25 in a druid, and it honestly was putting me the fuck to sleep. So I rolled a barbarian, and that was super fun until around level 30, and I got bored as hell with that too. It's just the mechanics of season 3 that are not fun. The traps, the little fucking companion that you get that barely does any fucking damage. It just seems pointless. It's another thing to manage. And managing gear alone in Diablo 4 because the itemization is so fucking dog shit. I don't need another thing to manage.
I'm surprised they have not fixed that yet.
That's supposedly going to be fixed in season 4, but we'll see.
I don't understand. That should have been one of the top priorities.
Yes, it should have. They had
Especially, do they still have those things that they had in when I was playing, that those hearts or whatever, that you would get them like a billion of them and they would just like take up your fucking bag? Is that still a thing?
no, that was just a season 1 thing. That's gone. But it's it seems there's only been 3 seasons so far, And it just seems like each season is another um here's this power. It just feels like a new skin. It doesn't feel like a new season. You're basically doing like the same borrowed power bullshit. Like there just had been no creativity. Season 2 was fun though. Everybody agrees on that. I loved season 2. It was great. Blizzard has all these great IPs, but they don't treat them right. Instead of looking at Diablo 4 and thinking, how can we make Diablo 4 good? How can we make a new game and also incorporate a lot of the classic elements that brought the franchise to the legendary status? Instead, they ignore a lot of the amazing aspects of previous titles and add this type of stupid shit that nobody fucking wants. Of course, I don't speak for everybody here. A very large percentage of the Diablo fan base is not interested in a season centered around trap dodging and a companion for damage. The little prick doesn't even pick up fucking gold for you. They're going to lose so many players to Last Epoch, which actually has a fucking crafting system. Diablo 4 has none. Path of Exile 2 looks so fucking
Oh,
incredible.
is that game that was I
Yeah.
thought was a World of Warcraft or something
And you
that
and
you were
you
watching?
weren't like really paying attention to that, but what did you think of that video when you were just glancing at it here and there?
Um, I thought I didn't really see any of the characters. I seen the face of like the warlock or whatever, but uh I seen a couple of the I I can't say. I didn't really see much of it.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
did just caught my attention because I thought that it was World of Warcraft and they were talking about like the upcoming expansion because I heard warlock and then I heard like the abilities
Mhm.
and they were saying a lot of things that had to do with WoW, like same types of characters and things.
Yeah, actually I want to buy that game because it just looks great. So I mentioned Path of Exile 2. That's going to be coming out this year. Um, they're
Can I ask why you don't pay the Path of Exile 1?
yeah, you can ask. I have a very clear answer. It's too complicated for me. It's incredibly complicated. It's there's so many like builds and you have to put points into this skill tree alone has like I don't know 1,000 different nodes for you to put shit in. I tried to play it. It's fun, but when I got to a certain part of the game, it just got too complicated to me. That's what most people complain about when it comes to PoE 1. But PoE 2 looks incredible. They're a considerably smaller studio, and that game looks beautiful visually. All their spells and like little animations look fucking fantastic. Um, and D4 is like way undercomplicated, almost brain dead. I could use a little more complication, to be honest with you. And I hear really good things about Last Epoch. It's kind of right in the middle, right in the sweet spot. Not too complicated, but there's some depth to it. So I want to try that. They're having the release of 1.0 of their game. It's in early access right now this month, and I'm probably going to buy it. Just go ahead. You were going to say something.
No, I was just gonna say, shit, what was I gonna say? Um, keep talking because it literally just
I just
I
want. I'm
completely
wondering when
forgot.
these development teams in
Oh,
AAA.
I remember.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like in the next few years, there's gonna be a lot of like good like MMOs and things like that coming out because like a lot of the like kids that grew up playing these games and really enjoyed them and are now seeing them fail um are going to start making their own games and things like that and putting in what these ones are missing.
Well, I think a lot of the shit that goes into the games that we don't like or don't want, it's not the developers' fault. They're only doing what they're told to do. And I don't know for a fact, but I pretty much know that if they didn't have 100 people to answer to, or 12 people have to sign off on this or that, things would get done a lot more quickly. There'd be more passion for the game and things would be in the game that are actually good. But it's just the corporate structure where they can't put the stuff in that's good because so many people have to agree on it. And once it gets to somebody's fucking desk, they're like, okay, this is a cool idea. How does this make us money? Well, it doesn't make you money right away. Oh, well, no, we don't want that.
Yeah, everything, unfortunately, everybody is fucking greedy as hell and nobody cares about anybody else but themselves.
So these AAA studios need to pull their heads out of their asses because they're getting butt fucked by smaller indie studios who still have passion for games. Look at Pal World. I'm so mad. Look at Pal World. Small developer, game has 12 million fucking copies sold in less than a fucking month. You want to know why? One huge reason is Pokemon Company has become complacent. Their games are
Mhm.
bad. They have
Yes, they
been
are.
bad for a long fucking time. They are ugly, they're buggy, and they are pumped out like Call of Duty is. Maybe not the same frequency, but it's comparable. Pokemon fans have been dying for a good game, and guess what? They got it. It's just not called Pokemon, it's
Uh
Pal
huh.
World.
Have you played Scarlet and Violet?
No, I haven't played a
Well,
Pokemon game
oh,
in years, but I know how
so
fucking bad they are because I read about them.
so it's open world, but the thing is, to save memory and make it so that the game is supposed to be more fluid, people and objects in the distance actually move slower.
Yeah, I've seen
So
comparisons of the textures in that game look like they came
yeah,
straight out of Mario
uh huh.
64.
Yeah, like the farther in the distance, it's horrible. But once you get closer to an object, it's fine. But yeah, there's so much that they could have done better.
The,
They
the frame rate I've never played them, so I just can only go by what I've seen in videos. Like sometimes there's people following you in those games, like little characters, whatever, and the frame rate on the people following you is so bad. It looks like you're watching people draw it and flip through pages when it's moving on the screen. It's it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. These AAA studios are all about profits, and yes, it's a business. I get it, but we can tell real gamers like me. We see it. It's all about profits, and there isn't much passion or love put into these games anymore, and it's fucking depressing. And I'm tired of it. End rant.
That's all you got?
That's all I fucking got. I blew through it because I was so mad.
Josh, you got
wow.
any more comments on the Pokemon fails?
Well, I mean,
You're the Pokemaster.
Tell us what you think
not
about Pale World versus a Pokemon game.
well. Power World is amazing because you well, you do get to eat these creatures as well as raise them.
That's so weird.
I know it's weird, but if you watch the Pokemon anime and stuff, they actually eat the Pokemon in the anime. All right.
Wow.
But in this game, obviously, you eat them, you cook them, and then you feed them to them as well. So
Well, there's carnivores out there.
they eat each other as well.
It's
but
cannibalism.
but I haven't done it yet. But there's this little monkey, and I forget his name.
It starts
It
with a
he
T. I don't remember it
he's a
either.
green. He's basically a Groki. Okay, Groki is a Pokemon. Groki is a grass monkey. Well,
Grass monkey.
for what's really funny is this monkey guy, you can actually get a power for him. You create this gun, you give him the gun, and you can actually shoot your own gun while he's on your shoulders shooting his gun at people. So you can shoot people, you can shoot these things, and you can capture them and enslave them. I mean, what else would you want in a game? It's fun. You
It
can
is
kill,
very fun.
it's open world like Legend of Zelda. It's got a lot of elements like Breath of the
It
Wild.
does. It's refreshing.
There is one complaint I have, and I don't like how our character is takes up half the screen. I wish that we could zoom in and out like in World of Warcraft and shit.
Hmm.
I wonder if there's have you checked the settings? I never checked
I
settings for
haven't
camera
checked
angles
this
and
set
stuff.
other than changing it like we can with Minecraft. I haven't checked any of the other settings.
I honestly
I never
haven't
even
noticed
thought
that.
through.
I don't know if I've tried to zoom in or not.
No,
You really can't
I
because
think I would appreciate a camera angle change because one thing that I notice is when you have your the the dream pals out, you know how you can have the collar and you can have two of
Yeah,
them out. They're in the way all the fucking time when you're trying to build.
true.
It's
The
so
scene I
fucking annoying.
the scene you can have 5 out.
5? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you can actually see, you can have the one that you throw out,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, okay. So
and then
everyone I see, I see.
yeah. So if
But
you have a whole party full of them and all
I
5 are filled
noticed
in.
I noticed with them though, like they don't attack anything unless the thing is attacking you. It takes forever for them to attack, like if you're fighting a boss and stuff, they don't attack very often. I don't understand why.
I don't think they're meant to attack very often. I think they're just, meant to be like a defense mechanism.
Yeah. I didn't know you could have that many out. I thought 2
Oh,
was
yeah.
a
Yeah,
max.
because, Pura had showed me that he had 3 out, and I actually decided, "You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try them all." So I caught more, and yeah, you can actually fill it up.
I
But
hope. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but the game is really fun. I
Mhm.
really enjoy. I would say that they do need an aspect where you can move something after you built it. I hate
Yes.
having to demolish something and then rebuild it. Yes, it gives you back the stuff, but then your bags might be full, then you're overweight, then you can't move, and you have to drop shit on the ground just so you can rebuild something in a spot. Like, that's the thing I don't like. That's what I didn't like about Lego Fortnite. That's what I don't like about this. But it is easy to delete the thing. You don't have to break it down and sit there and hit it for 10
Yeah,
minutes
it's instant.
like Lego Fortnite.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's instant, but I would still much rather just be able to click it and move it than
Yeah.
having to tear it down.
Like in Sims.
Yeah, I haven't tried the breeding aspect yet. I built a little breeding pen, but I haven't bred any. Um, I've I think it's just a fun game. I recently started killing the bosses, and I've gone through and killed, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7. I haven't caught any of the bosses. Um,
I have.
I have a lot of another thing that I think is cool is that you can change in the settings. You can make it so like nighttime speeds up, or you can make it
Mhm.
so when you die, you don't drop your stuff, which is like a Minecraft. And I think Lego Fortnite, you can probably
Can
edit
I
those
can I
settings
tell
too.
you what I did in Pal World?
What?
It was nighttime, right? And I was messing around building my shit and just getting shit organized. And the sun came up, and I looked for cover.
Yeah.
Because because you've been playing V
Yes.
Rising.
Yes. I did the same thing when I was playing Fortnite after playing V Rising. I was like,
Well,
"Oh
because
shit, it's daylight. I gotta hide."
Because we played so much V Rising, that's all we played. And
Yes.
so then, going back to Fortnite after playing V Rising, I was clicking the wrong button, I couldn't pick anything up, it was all messy, so I actually had to change my button in, V Rising to the same thing that I use in Fortnite, so it wouldn't do that anymore.
So this game, it's in early access, and I don't know how long they've been working on it, but I know it's not like a super duper long time. And it's already a fantastic game. There's some bugs, there's some weird stuff, but it's only going to get better. And the sales alone, I hope the industry is paying attention to what this small team has done. Is it one guy who's doing this game? It
It's
can't
very
be.
small.
It's I know
It's
it's
a
a
very
Yep.
small.
small team.
It's very small. I hope the
I think
industry
it's
is
like
paying
5 or
attention.
6.
Well,
I
I
think it was
just
5 or
know
6 people.
there's a lot of well, there was. I know it has been disproven because I remember hearing like some guy started some fucking rumor that it was all made by AI and everything was ripped off,
Not true.
and then it got like all these people like hating the game, and obviously not enough people hating the game because it's blown up
Mm.
immensely. But yeah, it was disproven that the guy made it all with AI or whatever. But and I also heard another thing. Like I seen Nintendo's statement, like they're gonna be investigating it, and they sued the guy who made mods and whatever. But like if they were really wanting to take it down or could take it down, don't you think it'd be down by now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Um I just want to finish my point, and then we can move on to whatever I hope that these big fucking companies are paying attention to specifically just this game, and the fucking CEOs are like, wow, this guy didn't even charge full fucking price, and he sold over 12 million copies of this game in less than a month. Imagine what we
Yeah.
could do if we put the effort back into the games that we used to and return these fucking companies and these franchises to fucking golden status. Imagine what your profits could be like when you stopped fucking over your customers, stop charging them left and right for shit they don't fucking want, stop nickel and diming us for stupid shit like skins or a fucking portal skin. Fuck off with that shit. Put the effort back into your fucking games. Let your creative and development teams do what the fuck they are good at and leave them the fuck alone. Let them put the good shit back in. Fuck off. I'm actually depressed about games. And today, when after we got done at the mall and doing all the shit with the kids, I'm gonna go fucking play some games today. It's gonna be fun. Guess what I played? Nothing. Not a fucking thing. I'm done.
You played V Rising.
I played V Rising. I checked my fucking Castle Blood, and that was it.
I play Neopets.
I
Yeah,
played
you
Neopets
do.
today too. And I play Marvel Snap. I'm fucking still addicted to that game. I don't spend as much as I used to on it, but I'm still addicted.
Well, today's half price day. The third of every month is half price day on Neopets if you're a restocker. And so today is an important day. This is when I get all my stuff restocked and pack my shop full and make all the money. I wasted about 10, 12 million Neo points a couple days ago on Nerc mids and really didn't get anything out of it but a few paintbrushes. So also, if there's any Neopets nerds out there, don't forget to vote in the Neopies because they are giving away some epic prizes. I got an MSP
Wait a
Poogle
second.
plushie.
The Neopies? Explain
Yeah.
this to me.
They just have things from the site that they vote on to say it's like an award show, basically.
Yeah, like the Grammys or the Tonys.
I
Yeah,
gotta
so
hit you with this.
ダメだあんたたちに部屋は貸さないよね
yeah. But so like the first vote was like what was the best comic in the advent calendar and whatever, and the next one was like what was the best item released this year, and you vote on it. So I got an MSP Poogle plushie and I got a Valentine's paintbrush, which was awesome because that's a pretty nice
And
paintbrush.
what did you? The very first thing you get?
Oh, a marbled drake egg.
Yeah,
What did
you
Lily
sent
get
me that
today that you said
picture.
was popular?
Oh, Lily got an elderly I can't remember the name of the pet. It's like it's a cat and it's an elderly. It's like 800K.
A Kara
Is that good?
or
Yeah, 800K is pretty good,
was it an Akara
especially
or
for a new
H?
account.
You said it was like a cat.
It's a pet, but I don't.
Oh, a pet.
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
elderly something. I don't
I didn't
I
know
don't
that
know
they could
the
be elderly as well.
yeah, I don't know. Uh
And I got
Neopie
shit.
prizes.
The stuff I got was like 2 Neo points. It was worthless.
Does
Worthless.
John listen to the show, Josh?
No,
No.
but he is subscribed to us on all of our things.
John, you're probably not going to listen to the show, but we hope you get better, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been worried about you. Elderly Gatho. You'll
Oh,
have to
that's
look.
yeah. I know what that is. I know what a Gatho is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Woola. If anybody is a nerd that likes John Carter of Mars and they watch John Carter from Disney, it looks like Woola with a lot more teeth and more ears.
I'm gonna name a couple of things that you can get that are to me look really cool. There's a canceled stamp foreground. There's the elderly Gatho. There's I know there's a chia pop. I'm not seeing it here. Where is it? Yep. There's the shroom chia pop and the potato
I
chia
want
pop.
that.
The
I want the shroom
MSP
so
Poogle
bad.
plushie, the marble drake egg. There's the Valentine's paintbrush, and there's probably other things in here that are I don't know how much this is, but the Service Pet Doggle Fox, that looks pretty cool. Anyways,
New
hat.
rule for the show: every time somebody says the word pop, I have to play the King of Pop.
I said pop? Did I say pop?
Yes,
What? No, I didn't.
I'm pretty
What?
sure you
Yes, you
did.
did. I
What
heard
did I
pop
say?
too.
Pop? When I said magical. Oh, chia pop.
Chia pop.
Okay.
Oh my god. Even when we're talking about the drink, you're gonna do it?
Yes.
Because it's not a soda. Soda is so British.
Oh, righty then.
It's a pop.
Perfect.
Another thing that I wanted to talk about is
I
uh
love the British, by the way.
so
Sorry.
I started getting lag on Neopets, and somebody had mentioned like use Firefox. So then I got Firefox, and then somebody else was like, which I've used all of these browsers in the past, but somebody else was like, no, you should use Opera GX, and I was like, what? And then I was, oh, okay. And then Josh got on, and he was like, yeah, you should really get. It's really good. They did a lot
I
of
used
changes
it.
to it, so I got it, and it is really cool. I will have to
I fucking
say
love it.
one of the biggest things that I really really like is that when I'm typing, it's this very quiet, subtle sound that sounds like a keyboard. It's not like loud, it's very light. You can change the sound, you can take the sound off. When you close a tab, it makes a little noise. When you open a tab, it makes a little noise. And again, you can disable those, you can change them. They can be different things. It has a nice little sidebar on the side with Twitch and a
R.I.P.
mods and Discord and a player and all kinds of stuff on the side. You can uh, customize it so much. It's wild. Like I hate looking at white screens and some web pages you can't
Oh yeah, it's
change
bad.
that
It's
with.
the worst.
Mhm.
I easily was able to do that. So all of the white pages are now black
I'm
and
looking at your screen right now, and like the border, your X, and all your it's like got this purple little line on it. It looks really
yeah,
nice.
it's really cool and you can very easily change it. There's all different kinds of themes. You can change so many things. It's crazy.
Wow.
You can go into the mods and then you can like get even more. Like you can get background music that plays, browser sounds. I mean, it's crazy. Keyboard sounds, shaders, themes, wallpapers, web modding, like all this shit you can get
And what is this
in
again?
Opera GX.
Yeah.
Is
It's the
that
new Opera.
is it close to like a Safari type browser?
Yes. Yeah.
I,
Opera came out
I guess
before
so.
Safari. Nasine and I started using Opera way back when we were really serious into Neopets.
But look at this. Look at this page right here. Like you hover over, it's just it's so cool. I'm telling you, you
That looks
have
like the
to.
Cyberpunk character screen.
It's very yes. And so it's called the gamers browser. And so right here I'm looking at wallpapers that you can install onto it and there's a lot of like different games in here, but it's cool. I think you should try it out. Uh,
Meh.
it's fun.
Chris
I
is
don't know.
always like that. You should know that, remember?
I'm just
I
I actually I don't like Chrome, but I use it because all my bookmarks and
I
all
imported
that
all my
stuff.
bookmarks and my passwords and everything. Everything is imported.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, you have no excuse.
Balls.
I also want to talk about since we were talking about such hate on games. I want to talk about some bad video games in history. So I asked Chat GPT.
I have not seen these, but if you name one that I know is really terrible, I'm gonna laugh.
Okay. So I asked Chat GPT what some bad games were.
Wait. Can I just ask? Don't tell me what number I know it's on the list. Is Superman 64 on the list?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
What about
so
ET? Is ET on the list?
ET's got to be on the list.
just
Yes.
okay, let me do the list, okay?
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Number 1. What do you think number 1 is?
ET
Well, I mean, this is just from Chat GPT, right? It's not from like a website.
Yes.
Number one,
or
worst
Home
game.
Alone. It's either ET or Home Alone because they're very bad, especially if you watch the Angry Video Game Nerd. He
I,
does both games.
I know, just because I know how bad it is, I'm going to say number one is Superman 64.
Number 1 is Superman 64.
Yes.
Came out
Damn
in 1999. It's infamous for its poor controls, awkward camera angles, and repetitive level design. Superman 64 is often cited as one of the worst games of all time.
See?
Number 2, E.T., the extraterrestrial, came out in 1982. Often considered one of the biggest. It came out in 82?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie
Often
came out in 81.
considered one of the biggest commercial failures in video game history, the ET game for the Atari is criticized for its confusing gameplay and rushed development.
What gameplay?
It's horrible. You
Number
look like a
3.
giant penis turd.
Number 3. Big rigs, over the road racing.
Big rigs?
I've never heard of it.
Came out in 2003. It's known for its lack of collision detection, non existent physics, and numerous bugs. Big Rigs is often cited as one of the worst racing games ever released. Number 4, Ride to Hell Retribution.
Never heard of it.
It came out in 2013. It's criticized for its poor graphics, clunky controls, and an incoherent storyline. Ride to Hell Retribution is often panned by both critics and players. Number 5, Aliens.
There's so many alien games. Does it say which one?
Colonel, Colonel Marines?
Colonel
That one
Marines.
Colonial Marines.
Yeah,
That one came
Yeah,
Colonial.
out.
Colonial Marines in
That one came
2013.
Yeah, not too long ago. Yeah, that one's a shit game too.
It says this game faced backlash for not living up to the expectations set by pre released footage. Critics and players cited its poor AI, lackluster graphics, and disjointed narrative. Number 6, War, the game, 2005.
War.
A parody game that attempted to satirize. How's that how you say it?
Satirize.
Satirize the war genre.
John
Genre.
Ray?
Genre.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that noise?
John Ray. I love it.
Shut up, bitch!
Perfect. God, I was drinking my pop and it went down the wrong. It went down the wrong hole, and now you're making me cough.
Oh, good. I love it. I love it.
It received criticism for its poor execution, lack of depth, and uninspired gameplay. Number 7,
Genre.
Rogue Warrior, 2009. Known for its offensive dialogue, poor graphics, and uninspiring gameplay, Rogue Warrior received widespread criticism for its lack of quality. Number 8, Rambo, the video game,
Bro, what year?
2014.
Okay, because there's an NES one that was real bad.
Criticized for its dated graphics, repetitive gameplay, lack of innovation. It failed to impress fans of the movie franchise. Number 9, Bubsy 3D.
That's
I
on
don't-
Genesis, I think. What year?
96.
Yeah, that's a Genesis game.
It said, oh shit, look at this. Another really cool feature of this. I just highlighted it and it came up where I can explore. Sorry, just another feature of Opera. It says awkward controls, lackluster level design, poor camera angles. Um, and then number 10, Postal 3 from 2011. The third installment in the Postal series faced criticism for its buggy and unpolished gameplay, as well as its controversial humor that some found tasteless.
I would love that.
And then also, I want to give this disclaimer from my good friend Chat GPT. Remember, opinions on video games can vary, and what one person considers a bad game might be enjoyed by somebody else. Additionally, some games may have received patches or updates to address initial issues after release, and the version of Chat GPT that I am using is the one that does not have access to the internet after 2021.
Right, and there's all different kinds of genres.
Yes,
Yeah, but the
lots of
game,
genres.
but a lot of the games that we were talking about are from like 40 years ago. They are unable to be upgraded before the
True.
internet.
Dude, can you
So,
imagine if ET got
so
a
that,
patch?
oh my
Oh,
god, it would probably be an amazing game if it got a patch. But can you imagine just playing that shit game in Oculus Rift
Oh my
as
god.
ET? Yeah.
No.
dude,
Make me sick.
you just said a word that made me think of something else. You said shit. So, uh, who's heard of what Vince McMahon did? Huh?
I'm still shocked about this.
So apparently Vince McMahon shit on somebody. Uh, so there
Shit.
was this chick who worked like I'm assuming like office type, like behind the scenes in WWE, and
Bro,
they
you gotta back up. You're leaving out a very important part of the story.
what?
This chick, her parents had just died. She had no family. She lived in this apartment complex, and the manager of the property and her, I believe, were some type of friends. And she was like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have any money." Vince McMahon just happened to live in the same apartment building, and he was friends with the property manager as well. So he said, "Why don't you talk?" Or she said, "Why don't you go meet Vince and talk to him? Maybe he can get you a job at the company." That's how it started.
Oh, okay. So she was working for the company, and I don't know how the two of them became involved with other things, but basically he was like, I think he at first was paying her for stuff, like giving her like gift cards for like $15,000, multiple,
Allegedly.
yeah, and stuff. And then it was like he was like having sex with her, and then it was like started to become like, here, do this with my friend, and multiple people, and passing her around, and all this other stuff, and forcing her to do things, and apparently shit on her back, and went to take a shower while his friends continued,
Allegedly. I'm just going to keep saying that once in a
and
while.
then came back and told her not to clean up and did it again. And it's just it's a oh my god, it's absolutely horrific.
You know what that makes me think of?
What?
I'm thinking Arby's.
I had
Gross.
Arby's today.
The fuck? What the
Wait,
fuck?
you're not really talking about food. What are you talking about?
I'm just
He's
making a
talking.
joke.
He's talking about food. I'm just saying, what the fuck? How can that make you think of food?
It's called comedy.
It's disgusting.
I am.
Anyways, that's all I got on that. I didn't. I just read some of it. That you can read the complaint. It's on the internet. I
It's
know
fucking
that
wild. I
it's
suggest you
it's
read it.
re- it's
Well,
really 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 disturbing.
well,
And
he
one of the people, because he also, we don't know what other WWE people were involved. There were some, and we do know that Barack Lesnar,
Well, we don't know that. It's
well,
allegedly.
there's text messages,
There are text messages, but
and he was supposed to go and hook up with this girl.
it said a former UFC champion. It did not name anybody. Allegedly. You have to be
Well,
careful.
whatever. Sue me, Brock Lesnar.
Please don't.
But yeah,
He'll
so
fucking suplex you, dude.
hey. I am afraid of him. If it is him, then he's
I
probably gonna
would
go to
be.
jail.
Well,
That's
if
all
he
I
goes to
got.
jail for it, then Amber Heard should fucking go to jail for what she did to Johnny Depp.
That's
Fuck
way
that bitch.
different. Go read this complaint. It's way different.
It's really really
This
long. There's some
this
text
poor
message in
woman
there.
was sex trafficked. It's
Allegedly.
I don't think there's any alleged to that she was.
Listen, I'm on any woman's side when it comes to most things, but in this country, we are still innocent until we are proven guilty. That's just the truth. Allegedly.
Anybody got anything else?
Playing Power World at this moment.
Dude, it's only 45 minutes, man. We gotta keep going.
What do you want to talk about?
I talked a lot this time.
So did I. Josh,
Josh.
give me something to ask Chat GPT.
Yeah, that's a good segment. Let's ask Chat GPT a question. What do we got?
Okay. Uh, okay. What is the answer to everything?
What?
Speak, weirdo.
What do you want me to ask?
It's the same question that they asked in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you were very quiet.
Well, you've got some music playing.
Yes, I do.
Ask it. What is the answer to everything? Like,
Okay, shut up. The question of the answer to everything is often considered metaphysical. In popular culture and humor, the number 42 is sometimes humorously suggested as the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. This idea originates from Douglas Adams' science fiction series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, in which a supercomputer named Deep Thought is asked to find the meaning of life, and its answer is simply the number 42. In reality, there isn't a universally agreed upon answer to the ultimate question of existence or the meaning of life. Different individuals, cultures, religions, and philosophies offer various interpretations and perspectives on these profound questions. It's an area where personal beliefs, values, and experiences play a significant role in shaping one's understanding. That question sucked.
That was pretty fucking lame. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me another one.
Okay, let me think. Fuck. Put me on the spot, brother.
what would you call a dog that sounds like a cat that mimics a chicken?
Wow.
That is the dumbest question. What? Where are you getting these?
It was
Ah,
something that I made up
okay.
when I was a kid, and I used to make a sound of a dog trying to mimic a cat that was trying to mimic a chicken.
All right, I can see your screen. It says if you are getting these questions from Josh, blip, 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 you should just stop.
It does not say that.
It says Chimera Perclock.
I like it. I like it.
That's weird.
Okay. Does it believe in aliens?
Oh,
That's
do
good.
you
Finally, a fucking nugget
believe
from Josh.
in aliens? Shut up! Don't tell me that. Okay, he
Oh
says
no.
I don't have personal beliefs or opinions. However, the question of whether extraterrestrial life exists is a topic of scientific exploration and speculation. As of now, there is no definitive evidence of extraterrestrial life, but the vastness of the universe and the discovery of potentially habitable planets have fueled scientific interest in the possibility of life beyond Earth. Scientists continue to search for signs of extraterrestrial life through efforts such as the study of exoplanets, the search for biosignatures, and the explorations of Josh's mom's ass.
Deal
In
with
our
it,
solar
nerds.
system and beyond, the search for extraterrestrial life remains on an open question in the
I don't think he
scientific
even
community.
noticed.
I know that my mom watches this sometimes or listens to it.
Perfect.
So
I did.
Perfect.
Well, sorry, Brenda. I wasn't really meaning that. I was just trying to catch Josh off guard.
No, I was just
Wonderful.
letting you finish, and then I was gonna add that in that I have given her the link to all of our stuff. I don't know if she knows how to follow or anything yet, but she knows how to listen.
Hey, Josh, did you follow us yet on Spotify?
I thought I did because I created the account and everything that day with the scene.
He did create an account.
Okay, good. Finally, you're
Yeah,
supporting your show here.
and
Finally.
I have us on the thing, and I actually have my Alexa hooked up because they made it to where you can hook a Spotify up to it. So now my Spotify's hooked up to it, and I just say "Play Nerdy Shit Podcast,"
You do
so
realize
it
that
does.
you've always been able to hook your Spotify up to your Alexa.
No, oh look, okay. First off, I've only had these maybe 5 years, but the thing is, I got them when I was in a homeless shelter. So the last 2 years that I've had this apartment, I'm learning all this stuff out. You never tell me this stuff because you think it's just trivial stuff you should know. So when I
It
figure
is.
stuff out, I tell you this, and you're like, "Oh,
All right, let
I
me tell you a couple of things just to keep you in the know. So one day you'll know. You can also use your shark robot with Alexa.
And
I don't have a shark robot."
just like in
Okay.
Demolition Man, use the 3 shells.
How the fuck do you use the 3 shells? I've even asked it. Oh, Nassim,
Ask
ask him.
ChatGPT.
Yes, ask GBT how you use the three seashells when you're in the
Yes.
bathroom.
Even in the future, there's Taco Bell.
The reference to the three seashells comes from the 1993 science action
Demolition
film
Man.
Demolition Man. In the movie, set in the future, characters use three seashell shaped objects in a place of toilet paper, and the exact mechanism of how they work is intentionally left ambiguous and unexplained. The concept of the three seashells has become a humorous and iconic part of pop culture, and
Yep,
fans of the movie often speculate about their use. However, the film's creators deliberately chose not to provide a clear
assholes.
explanation, leaving it to the audience's imagination. As a result, the question of how to use the three seashells remains a playful mystery.
Okay, so based on my logic, and God, I will be honest with you, I have thought about this way more than anybody should. There's 3 shells, right? When you take a shit, your butt is comprised of 3 parts, correct? You have the left cheek, the right cheek, and the middle. That's 3 different parts. There's 3 shells. So you're wiping one cheek with one shell, the other cheek with another
Wait, why are
shell.
you wiping your
No,
cheeks?
no.
You're
See,
scooping the
I
shit
here.
off.
No, my
You
thought
get shit on
is
your
that
cheeks?
Bro, you
no,
don't?
I don't, dude.
Uh,
No.
what?
We've had this conversation. Okay. I stand up to wipe.
So do
Okay,
I.
the scene goes.
That's
That's
why you guys
disgusting
got shit
because
on your cheeks.
she thinks that when you stand up that your cheeks stick together. No, if you stand up just right, they
No,
stay spread apart.
obviously,
They
if
can
you
stay
guys,
spread apart,
if
and then
y'all
you can
got
wipe
shit on your
perfectly.
cheeks, then your cheeks are squishing together.
What is happening?
But anyway, the three seashells I thought were part of a bidet system. Like maybe one was an ultraviolet light after the fact, so you got your warm and cool water, maybe some soap on the one button, and then the other one's like a rinse, and then the third one's like a sanitize, like a bidet system, you know?
So you think the shells are buttons to do each of these
Yeah,
functions?
yeah. My whole thinking, they look more like buttons because they look kind of like depressions that you could probably manipulate with your fingers.
After listening to this segment, yes, there's lots of depression.
I spelled. I don't know how you guys are scraping shit off of your butt cheeks.
We're not. I'm just guessing that
We
maybe
didn't
that's how they
say
work.
that.
I don't get shit on my butt cheeks.
No.
Shit on your
So
asshole,
I,
where it
I've,
comes out
I've
of.
every job I've
Like
had,
soft serve.
no matter what the age of the people I've worked with, we've always had this conversation: who stands, who sits. Only about two people out of everybody I've talked to in the group sit when they wipe. Everybody else stands up and wipes.
Okay.
I think it's about 50-50, to be honest.
It's more common to
I've
stand up.
seen a lot of polls. This is a big discussion, and
Can
it's
I ask
pretty
how you even
50-50.
wipe if you're still sitting down?
You just
How?
Yeah, I know.
You just go like
I
this.
don't understand it because you can get shit like all over your You
No,
have
you
to
don't get
stand
it on
up.
anything. You
Okay.
don't get it on your hand. Why
Listen.
would you
And
get
you're
it on your
reaching into the
hand?
toilet, but you're reaching
Listen,
down into
I'm
No,
the
gonna
I'm
toilet.
describe to
not.
you what she's
What
doing.
if you touch the mountain of poo that came out of your butt?
She's
Do you
leaning.
fucking think that a mountain of shit that is at least 7 inches, 10 inches long is gonna touch my ass? I'm not shitting out that
Wow.
much shit.
That's a big snake.
So I must be the only one
And
that's
I'm not putting my hand in the toilet. I'm lifting my leg and my cheek up and I'm wiping. My hand is not in the toilet.
A more accurate description is she's leaning to one side and one cheek is coming off of the seat, I'm guessing.
And you wipe.
And then you use that
No.
hand of the cheek that is raised to
No.
wipe. That's fucked
No.
up.
No,
I'm
what you
sorry,
do is
but when you stand up, how are you
no.
wiping standing?
Oh,
Would
then,
you
okay,
not
okay.
go
This
like
see,
this?
you can't
That-
see me.
That's some
But-
shit that toddlers do.
No. What you do is you take your left foot, you put it a little to the left. You take your right foot, put it a little to the right, right? And then your feet are
What are we
separated.
doing, the hokey
You
pokey here?
stand up, and your butt cheeks are separated. And then you reach behind you with the toilet paper and you wipe.
No, this
Do
is
you
how
ever get a
little
hold of
These nuts. Got him.
this is how little kids wipe.
Well, fuck, I must be a
No.
little kid then.
You ever try to
when I
wipe
would-
a little kid's butt and they're just standing there and you're like, I can't, what, you gotta like lay down, like bend over or something. I can't wipe your butt like this.
Hmm.
You can't stand to wipe your ass. But you guys can because you've done it your whole fucking life. So you're professionals
yeah.
at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, our muscles probably are pretty good to reach behind us too, because you have to reach pretty deep and back, especially when you're as big as I was.
I have
all right?
excellent ass reaching muscles.
I do too.
Because you guys have always done it.
Yeah,
And it would be awkward and weird for me to do it now because I've never
when
done
I
it.
when I had the surgery on my right hand, I had to wipe with my left. It sucked.
Ask
I
Chat
almost
GPT the percentage of people who stand up or sit down to wipe.
Yes, that'd be kind of cool to see what it says or what it thinks.
How would
I
Chat
know it-
GPT wipe?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, she's
You gotta be
typing
a sitter.
furiously.
Determining the exact percentage of people who stand versus sit when wiping is challenging due to the personal nature of bathroom habits and the lack of comprehensive scientific surveys on the specific topic. Bathroom behaviors can vary widely among individuals, and people may have different methods and preferences. Some informal surveys and online discussions have attempted to explore this question, but the results are not necessarily representative of the entire population. Bitch, you didn't even tell me anything.
So basically, the results are shitty. And this is the Nerdy Shit podcast. And boy, are we really diving into some shit.
Now here's the crazy thing. Now our thing is more of a US and maybe British and maybe Australian thing, because everybody else in the world all use bidets. And even the Brits, Canadians, and the Australians are starting to use bidets. We don't really use them here in the US.
'Cause
So
it's
if anybody
weird.
from another country, yeah. So if anybody in another country is listening and stuff, this is more of a US thing. And maybe, like I said, those others where we have this debate.
I
You
don't
guys are
want
probably
water
like, what the
sprayed
hell are
on
you
my
guys talking
ass.
about?
There's
Well, the
some
thing is,
countries
it's
that
not just water.
shit in a hole on the ground.
Yes.
And they fucking wipe with a bucket of water, and multiple people stick their hand in that bucket of water and wipe
Oh.
their ass.
Well, a lot of those places now have hoses, but I understand, and that does sound a little gross to me.
They literally,
Um,
or they have a ladle. There's a bucket of water. Like, this is how their bathroom is. It's a bucket in a public setting, a bucket with a ladle. You take the ladle. You ever hear Zell talk about in Thailand? Take the ladle and you have to pour it down your butt crack, or you take your hand and you wet your hand and you wipe your asshole with your hand, your wet hand. That's disgusting. They must have good immune systems over there.
I
do.
don't even know what to say.
Like if you go to Japan and everything, they don't use toilet paper, and they fucking live to like 130 over there. So,
Are
No,
you
they
and there's
don't.
claiming that toilet paper is killing us?
It's
no, well,
big
I mean,
toilet paper
if you
is
think
coming for
about
you,
it,
brother.
That's a
they
bold
actually
claim.
they actually take a lot of our glass products and they will crush that glass up and add it to the fabric of the paper so that there's more of a cling. So if without the, I mean, that could be something. I don't know, and I won't claim that it is. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that they do that we don't, that we think is strange, that could actually be extending their lives.
Huh.
So yeah, it could be anything.
Okay. Yeah. So we're really actually looking for some feedback on the show. So if you guys can take a minute, don't drop us a line because that's from the 80s, but leave us a message, tweet us, comment on the Facebook channel. I'm working on
Especially Eugene,
yeah,
Mr. Gene,
yeah,
who still
Gene.
watches us and
Where's the
listens.
fucking feedback, Gene?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't even listen to the one episode that we fucking talked about you in.
Yeah, what a dickhead. By the way, God, I hate you for your football team, and I hate my coach for leaving 6 points out on the field. Anyway, we need some feedback, and eventually we're going to get the shows on the Apple Podcast, but we're just trying to get a little bit more of an audience before we do that.
Yeah, and you can follow us on Twitter at Nerdy Shit Pod and on YouTube at Nerdy Shit Podcast. And our Gmail is nerdyshitpodcast@gmail.com. You can email us, ask us a question, give us any suggestions that you'd like to hear us talk about on the show. I would greatly appreciate that because sometimes it's really hard to figure out what we're going to talk about. And while we would love to make a podcast every week, sometimes we just don't have enough topics. So give us some comments, comment on the YouTube. Chris puts it up on YouTube as soon as we're done with the podcast every time. So it's always there. And yeah,
Leave us how you wipe your ass, maybe. We'll get like a poll going and see who does what.
I'd love to do a poll on who wipes their
And
ass.
I'd like to know over or under. To me, it's definitely under
Over or under what?
the roll.
Oh,
It
who
has to be
cares?
under because it's easier to
No,
grab it
I'm
to
an
let it roll
over.
down.
I'm an over
If
kind of
it's
guy.
over, it doesn't roll right. You can't find the fucking page.
The page.
Page.
Yeah, the page. You know, like, well, the piece of paper. You know, it's a page of paper.
I call them shit tickets, but you know.
Shit,
Call it toilet paper.
Rise from your grave.
All right, nerds. See you next time.
You fucker.
Uh,
You're a piece of shit.
Thank you. Now eat it.